No, I'm just kidding,
It was a joke, it was a joke, it was a joke. She's a baby. Light up a little bit.
Right. Tell him some more.
She's my favorite host on the KAZ radio and television network.
Connecting Cleveland. It's Good Day with
Olivia.
I'm your host, Olivia Winston, reporting live from Cleveland. CLE.
You're tuned into GDWO. Good Day with Olivia starts right now.
Cleveland, and welcome back to the Good Day with Olivia show. I'm your host, Olivia Winstead here, serving up the good news happening right here in the city of Cleveland, keeping you informed, engaged, and connected. Cleveland Thanksgiving is around the corner, and as so many of us prepare for the holidays and face the holidays with cheer, many of us here in the city of Cleveland are facing homelessness. To lead us in this morning's conversation, well, this afternoon's conversation, is Simona Ann Williams from Sisters of Hope and her lovely daughter, Ania Artegos. And Ania, I'm sorry. Ania is going to be my co-host today, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, Cleveland, you know, I know you're expecting me to comment on whatever the outcomes were for Tuesday the 6th, but we're doing pre-record today. So today is Tuesday the 6th. So this is why Ania has her voting stickers on. So yes, and how old are you?
I'm 18.
18 years old. So why was it so important for you to go out to the polls today?
Because I feel like since you're 18 and you're able to vote, you should do that because you never know, you might be able to make a change in the world or let alone Cleveland. You just might make a change.
Yeah. How many of your friends are voting or went to vote today?
A lot of my friends.
Very good.
We're all excited too.
All right.
Yeah.
Look at you setting an example.
Yes.
So happy to see that. And Mom, I know you're proud of her.
I am very proud of her.
Yes. Did you guys went to vote together?
We voted together, yes.
Yeah. So how have you engaged your daughter? You've apparently made it a priority to her to go vote. Yes.
Yes, I did. First, I told her that it's important, one, because she's African American. There was a time where African Americans were unable to vote, also for women.
Mm-hmm.
And she can make a difference in our community and with our government by casting a vote. So,
Yeah.
and I was very proud of her because I called her this morning. I said, Ania, get up, get dressed. She said, Mom, I'm already ready to vote. You ready? I'm dressed. So I was very happy about that.
Very good. So, you know, we're still waiting right now because it's only, like 12 o'clock right now. What are you hoping will be for this election?
I hope that we get better judges, they stop crime, stop the violence, and they also help homeless people.
Very good. Well, let's jump right into the topic then. So, Sisters of Hope. Okay, we're going to get some more information about your organization. But first, I want to take some time to get to know you. Are you a Cleveland native, born and raised here in the city of Cleveland?
Yes.
Yes, I am. Born and raised in Cleveland. I grew up in Shaker Heights. I have two brothers. My dad passed when he was 45. I went to Shaker High School. I didn't graduate. I got my GED in 2004.
Oh, congratulations.
And I continued my education in Pittsburgh, PA, where I earned a degree in business administration.
Congratulations.
And medical assistant.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, what a journey. So you were born and raised here in the city of Cleveland. Are you in high school, first year in college?
No, I graduated John Marshall, a lawyer, and I'm actually going to go to Tri-C and get my master's in psychology. Then I'm going to transfer to a 4-year and get my PhD.
Good for you. Okay. So you're 18. You're getting ready to go to college.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you want to major in what?
Psychology.
Psychology. And what do you plan on doing with that?
I'm going to open up my own firm.
Okay. Very nice. So, let's talk about your Cleveland experience here. What is it outside of? What is it that you do outside of Sisters of Hope?
I work full-time at St. Vincent Charity Medical Center as a patient advocate.
Yeah.
And a patient advocate, I just advocate for patients' rights.
Yes.
I also handle conflicts and complaints and compliments from their stay.
And how long have you been doing that?
I've been in that role since April, but I've been with the hospital since September 2016.
Okay. So you work at St. Vincent, and outside of work, what has your personal experience been like here in the city of Cleveland? What is it that you both love about the city of Cleveland? Do you plan to stay here, or you plan to move at some point?
Well, I love Cleveland. One, because I'm from here. Everybody I know, all friends, family, old friends, new friends, they're all here. But one day I do plan on like leaving Cleveland and starting a new venture, probably travel the world. But that's after I get my degree.
That's after you get your degree.
Yes.
All right, nothing wrong with that. So, Sisters of Hope, yes. So you are the founder, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes. So how long has Sisters of Hope been in existence?
So Sisters of Hope been in existence since October 2017. However, I have been working with the homeless for over 10 years. And what I've done in the past was volunteer for different homeless organizations. I go in the community and distribute underclothes, water, food, personal hygiene items, and water.
Yeah.
And I will visit the individuals who are unsheltered. And so I said, I've been helping the homeless a lot, distributing community resources, establishing resumes. And I was kind of nervous, kind of scared, didn't feel confident. Who's going to support me? Why me? And I've been having this goal forever. So one month, my pastor, she preached on your assignment, and she talked about not letting fear hinder you from accomplishing, because we all have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I reviewed the video, I pondered on the video, I prayed, and I read the word. And I said, you know what? I'm going to shoot for it. I won't fail unless I fail to try. So let me help individuals who are homeless. I really enjoy helping homeless women. My program is initially for women, but I help men and women.
So you discovered your desire to serve through your job, and then so was born Sisters of Hope.
Sisters of Hope.
Yeah. There was something else that you were getting ready to say out, and I'm sorry I cut you off there.
Okay.
Go ahead and.
That's okay. So initially my program was for women, and so what I did was went to all the local homeless organizations here in Cuyahoga County to share what my program is, which my program is a 13-week job readiness program for unemployed homeless women. It is broken down into 5 components, which includes self-development, which we cover having a healthy self-esteem, self-confidence, self-awareness, and etiquettes. Etiquettes, personal etiquettes, and etiquettes in the workplace. Then we also cover goal setting in the workplace, basic financial.
So, how many women are you serving currently, or have you served throughout the year?
I forgot which day it was. I'm sorry. October. It was 2 weeks ago. And I had 8 graduates. Currently, I only have 6.
Okay. And how many people can participate in the program at once?
15 at Zelma George. So I'm going to give you all a little history. So
Yes.
I was saying at the beginning that I went to a couple homeless organizations to introduce who is Sisters of Hope and what Sisters of Hope does.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to all the agencies, and I went to Zelma George Family Shelter, which is located in Salvation Army on Prospect. So I talked to one of the case managers and the program director, and she said, hey, I don't think our residents will be able to have transportation to Ohio City. And so how about running a program here? I said, that's perfect. That's awesome. So I run my program from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. every Wednesdays and Fridays.
Do you provide housing?
I do not provide housing, but I do provide my participants with community resources.
Okay. So they're able to get housing. They're able to get some resources to help them search for housing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Every resident at Zelma George are assigned to a case manager.
Okay.
And a case manager helps them with resources with housing.
Okay.
Who is a participant have an interview, court date, or health care. They have a health care appointment. They have to produce an email stating, hey, I have an interview on this day, I'm attending a job fair, I have a court date, or I have a health care appointment. If a participant has a phone interview and they have a minute phone, I'll provide them with a 1 hour minute card for their phone.
Great resources.
Also, I assist them with clothing for interviews.
What a great resource. And Mom is the founder. So what's your role in the program?
Well, I actually help her. I'm kind of like co-founder because I help her. I help her with the lesson plans. I help her when she go to class. I help teach them, help them write a resume correctly, computer skills, and yeah, basically out there.
What's your call to service?
I love helping the homeless. I love helping people, period. Because growing up, I see my mom help like homeless people. So at a time, at first I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's a reason why they're homeless, so it was their fault. But then after a while, I got older, start realizing, had experiences. Then I seen, oh, well, let me help them to get to not where I'm at, but to where they possibly can go and build their self.
Yeah. Let's jump right to the topic of homelessness.
Okay.
And you said at some point in your life, you believed cases of homelessness were the problem of the individual, whoever the homeless individual was, for reasons that were their own fault. What specifically have you learned that's caused you to think differently about this? Like, what have you witnessed? Like, what are some other reasons people become homeless?
Well, it can be many.
That is not due to any fault of
It
their
could
own.
be multiple reasons. Like, it could be their spouse, a friend, a family member. They could be living with like their boyfriend. They get in an argument, and the boyfriend could own the house, and he kick her out, or vice versa. Or maybe a friend or family can kick them out, or they lose a job, so they can't pay rent, and situations like that.
So I work in the field of, I serve adults with intellectual developmental disabilities. And there are a lot of people, like the agency I work for is appointed as guardian over at least 10,000 cases throughout the state of Ohio. But there are a lot of people out there who are diagnosed with developmental disabilities, intellectual developmental disabilities, and they do not have a representative, they do not have a guardian, and then they face they face homelessness because they don't know, they're not able to advocate for their own needs. They're not able to meet their own needs, and then they end up homeless. In many of our cases, before they were appointed to us from probate court, or before we were appointed as guardian, many of those people were at some point homeless themselves, and it's not so much because they failed to do something, but they didn't know how. They could not. They just developmentally did not have the ability to be their own advocate. And then drug abuse.
Drug abuse. That is, I experienced homelessness a few times.
You yourself.
Exactly.
You want to talk about that?
Briefly.
Okay.
I was married to an addict for 8 years, and due to his addiction, sometimes he would spend up the rent money, which would cause us to become homeless. Or if we had relocated to a different city, and a family member would say, "Hey, you can come and stay with us." But I wouldn't tell them ahead of time that my spouse was with me. Well, you can't come stay here. You know, my niece can stay with me, but you can't bring your husband since he's an addict. So, so addiction does play a part in homelessness. But there are many factors, different reasons why people become homeless. Like you were explaining to Ania, that people with mental health issues suffer from homelessness because they're unable to pay their rent or pay bills. But we have those who experience domestic violence. Any type of domestic relationship can cause people to, you know, again, like she was saying, you can live with a friend or family member, and for whatever reason, they can, you know, ask you to leave.
Yeah. And what percentage of homeless people out here in the city of Cleveland are actually children?
Well, I don't know the statistics, but I can tell you that children that's released or that's opt out of the foster care system, and women with children are the fastest growing segment of homelessness here in Cuyahoga County. And we have some individuals that are facing homelessness that's not documented. For example, we have those who are unsheltered, who lives underneath the bridges, those who are sleeping in their cars. We also have the ones who are what they call double up, or the new word is couch surfing. And that's, "Hi, can I stay with you for about a month or two until I get on my feet?" That person's still considered homeless. They may not be staying in their car, they may not be staying in a homeless shelter, but they are still considered homeless. It's a serious crisis here in the city.
Why is it? Is housing? Well, I just know for myself. Okay, paying rent. You know, it. Sometimes I look at rent in my paycheck and I'm like, how? Anyone who makes minimum wage, I just cannot see. If I'm struggling, you know, I'm college educated, got my degree, have a salary, and I am struggling to make ends meet because of rent. I know someone who makes a third or half or maybe just a few dollars less than what I make. They've got to be struggling. Is there an issue with like how housing is priced here? Is there like what is the word? Some kind of imbalance there?
We lack affordable housing. That's a big issue, affordable housing. If you make minimum wage or if you make $10 an hour, where are you going to live? You need at least 2 or 3 incomes just to make it.
That's right, yeah.
A lot of individuals have criminal background histories. A lot of our landlords perform a criminal background check.
Yeah.
A lot of them have backgrounds. A lot of our individuals have multiple evictions.
Yeah.
Which, who want to rent to a person that have multiple evictions?
Because that's a liability
hard.
to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's hard. So it's just something landlords, I think the landlords and homeless advocates, homeless professionals need to sit at a big table and come to some type of conclusion.
Yeah.
It's a serious crisis.
Yeah. So how is Sisters of Hope helping to address this crisis?
So what Sisters of Hope do, we provide community resources
Yes.
to help you once you become self-sufficient, not to return to homelessness.
Okay.
It's a job readiness program. I get you job ready.
Is
If
it
you're unemployed, we help you with resumes, job leads, and what I do is I provide my participants with applications. Most of them cannot turn applications in, so I turn the applications in for them. If they're unable to attend their, if they don't have any transportation to their interview, I provide transportation, so I can help you find a job.
Are you able to connect individuals with the criminal backgrounds with any services to help them find housing? Are there any services for them?
Only organizations that I know of is Towards Employment and North Star. Those are the only two.
Towards employment
Towards Employment
and
they-
North Star.
Yeah, they help individuals with criminal backgrounds.
Okay. And you've connected with them through your organization.
I provide resources. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, as we approach the holiday season, are we seeing an increased number of homeless individuals, whether they're coming in the shelter or being documented? What are we seeing November 2018 going into Thanksgiving? Are more people coming to you for your services?
Well, like I said, I serve the residents that's at Zelma George Family Shelter.
Mhm.
However, every third Tuesday of the month,
Yes.
I'm also at St. Paul's Community Church that's located in Ohio City.
Yes.
So they serve the homeless every Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mhm.
So when I come, I have a large amount of people coming to fill out applications, want leads to employment for current openings in the community.
Is it increased during this time of the year? It's getting colder out, so do you see a larger turnout for individuals coming to sign up for services or inside of these shelters?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think it's because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
No one wants to be out. In the
No one
cold.
wants to be out in the cold.
Yeah.
So let's talk to you, co-host. And why don't you feel free at any time to comment and jump in and even ask questions, okay? Or direct some questions to the audience. So what initiative are you taking to address homelessness here in the city of Cleveland? Yes, you're a part of Sisters of Hope. How are you engaging your friends and bringing awareness to them about the reality of homelessness here in our city?
Well, sometimes I would tell like my friends, homelessness is not always like you just don't have nowhere to go, or since you dress like this, oh you must be homeless. Because I would tell my friends, like I would wear regular street clothes, and like previously when we were homeless, I would wear regular clothes and do my hair, like do everything every day regularly, and little do people know I will be homeless.
Wow.
We'll be in a shelter or sleeping in my mom's friend's house. And I would just tell people, don't never judge a book by a cover, because you never know what a person is going through.
How old were you?
I were
12, 13.
Going through teenage years.
What was that? What kind of effect did that have on you? What were you experiencing at that time?
Well, I didn't show emotion because I didn't want to break down in front of my mom. So like teachers would call her and say I'm not doing homework, I'm sleeping in class. Mm-hmm. So like it will affect my school and outside. And when I come to my mom, I'll be okay, show her that I'm strong. But it affected me like really bad.
Yeah. Do you think homelessness affects children the most when we're thinking about families and groups of people who are affected most by homelessness?
I think the children are.
Yeah.
Watching some mothers, they're frustrated, so they're fussing at their kids.
Oh, yeah.
They're not paying attention, not helping them with their homework. Yeah, so, and some kids, they're hungry. Some kids are not fortunate to dress properly, so they are teased.
Yeah.
You know? Or children latch out because they don't know how to control their emotions or their feelings.
They have a harder time coping, and they're more at risk and more vulnerable to whatever I don't want to say consequences are being homeless, but whatever they may face being homeless.
Exactly.
What to teens who are out there who are homeless and who may not have their families with them, who are homeless and alone, what kind of words do you have to them? How would you encourage them to reach out to you and your mother? What can you say to the teens out there going through what you yourself experienced?
First, I tell them, always talk to God. He'll help you no matter what situation you're in. I tell them to stay strong. I know where they're at, and I tell them like it's options out here that you can choose. It's always the YOU. They have a summer program that get you a job in the summer and then internships other places. I don't want to say like homeless shelters, but it's places where kids can go.
Yeah.
If they don't feel comfortable, it's always hotlines. It's my mom program, and just basically they have to stay strong
And the most important thing that I'm getting out from this, because sometimes in the midst of it, you may have your moments of weakness, yes, but the thing I'm getting out of this is ask for help, right?
Yes.
Ask for help, because it's out there.
No matter how embarrassing.
Absolutely.
How embarrassing. I know some people that they have their egos where they won't ask nobody, but sometimes you just have to stop with the pettiness and stop with the big ego and just
being
ask.
embarrassed,
Yes.
Let that go and have your needs met.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will help. And I feel like when you ask for help, it helps you inside more. It helps you build your self-esteem up more.
Yeah. And it sounds like you're in a great position now to help someone else.
Yes, I
You
am.
got the help you need. Well, as we close out, unfortunately, we're running out of time. Can you tell the folks out there how they can reach out to you for Sisters of Hope? And I don't know if you have any online resource for people to get connected to you, the young people out there. What website can they go visit to reach out to you, or any numbers or email addresses?
So my website address is sohcleveland.org. Again, that's sohcleveland.org. My email address is sistersofhopecleve@gmail.com. So that's sistersofhopeclev@gmail.com. Telephone number where I can be reached, 216-704-4618. And again, my name is Simona Williams, the founder of Sisters of Hope. Make it a great day. Bye.
Did you have any information? Or wherever they can reach Mom, they can reach you?
Yeah.
All right, Cleveland, if you have any questions, if you yourself are homeless, know someone who is homeless, and you're in search of some resources, Sisters of Hope, they are providing some great resources out to the community. So make sure that you're connecting with them. In Cleveland, have a safe and wonderful weekend, and good luck for these midterm elections. Let's see what the turnout will be. Thank you so much for joining.